And yes, HRs these days are so lazy because they use something called as an applicant tracking system. So all the CVs that actually come in, they're not looking at it on a personal level.
Your value increases when you add value to others.
Personal branding is more important than ever before for your career, for your business, for anything that you want to do in life. So let's get right into it and let's actually nail down a few things that will help you build your personal brand and will help you build the right type of a CV or a cover letter or a LinkedIn profile and anything to do with personal branding. I'm here to help you. I've been doing this for the past 5 to 6 years now, and I've been helping out people, helping out clients as just my side hustle, but now I've started to actually do it within my business as well. With EduSpace, we've helped out a lot of students to kind of help them as well get on track and get into building their personal brand, get into building their CVs, their cover letters, whether it be for their uni, whether it be for their first job, or whether it be for a job change. We're ready to help you guys, and we're ready to help you on a level that really recreating your CV and recreating your LinkedIn profile from scratch, making sure you're building it in the right way and doing the right things so that no HRs and recruiters can actually see your profile. Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel so that you can support us, and also we will be able to help you with informative content coming in from my side. Thank you. Let me start with the problems that I see with a CV, and then we'll go into fixing a CV, fixing your LinkedIn profile, and making sure you're doing the right thing to build your profile up so that your CV and your profile kind of matches. Your LinkedIn profile and your CV should kind of say the same thing so that people can actually see that you're a genuine persona and whatever you say is actually happening. So to make that happen, you need to have 2, 3, 4 different sources, whether it be any of your social media channel, your personal website, or your blog, or your portfolio. Make sure everything says the same things about you. So a lot of the things that I see in the recent times when I've seen clients come up is that people add too much information. And when they start adding too much information, it just becomes a lot cluttered than anyone can actually go through and weave through and read through your particular CV. So there's too much information. And when there's too much information, you don't know what's right and you don't know what's been hyped up. So it's really difficult for an HR to kind of streamline things. And yes, HRs these days are so lazy because they use something called as an applicant tracking system. So all the CVs that actually come in, they're not looking at it on a personal level. So to break through from that barrier and using an applicant tracking system, which currently now also has AI integrations and so on, now you need to break through that barrier. And for you to actually break through that barrier, you need a CV that says the right things about you and is genuine, and it brings out the best version of you and what you've done in bullet points and in a clarified manner so that people can see what's actually happening and how your career has progressed over the years and what are the skill sets that you've learned. So if you're a marketing person or someone in marketing and digital marketing, you probably will understand, or if you've run a business or you understand the terminology of an SEO, search engine optimization, you probably understand this so much better and clearer. When you're building your CV, is basically like doing SEO for a website or to bring traffic into viewing your CV. So what's actually having to be done there is to make sure that your LinkedIn and your CV says similar things or the same thing and has the right amount of keywords for your particular job role that you're applying for. So whatever the job role you're applying for, let's say a product manager, you want it to have the tools you're going to use. You want it to have the specific requirements for a particular, for that role, what it requires. So you want to make sure that you're able to bring in the keywords, you're able to bring in the right amount of numbers numbers to justify how you've worked on projects, how you've taken actually a product into launch, how you've successfully completed a product launch, and what are the products that you've worked on, what probably are the softwares that you've worked on, and so on. So these are things that you want in your CV, and these are things that probably your recruiter also wants to see, because they also have requirements. Because we're using an applicant tracking system and an AI tool to kind of know when recruiting is happening, you're pushed into an applicant tracking system that checks your profiles, your LinkedIn profile and your CV, and kind of checks both of these things and has the checks and balances that is created, and then you're given a score. So the ATS software gives you a score, and generally what when I work on a particular CV, I try to make sure that the clients that we're giving out have an ATS score of 90% and above, which gives you the best opportunity to kind of crack in those interviews. I also do help and do a trial run in terms of helping them apply for jobs and see if they get any positive replies. We help you with that process as well, to ensure that we're kind of hand-holding you for probably a week or two after your CV is launched, and do some tweaks and changes, and then finally start applying for the jobs you actually want to get into, and then also the companies that you want to get into. So the bigger the requirements that you have, will also kind of blend in and kind of help you with your needs. That's really what we want to do with you. So like I was saying, it's got to have the right things in the right place, so that optimizing it should be easy, making sure that all your skill set, your tools used, and your job roles all have specifics, and with those specifics, make sure that it's all numbers driven. If in any particular role, make sure you can quantify the work that you've been doing. So if you've had a 70% increase in sales, how did you achieve it? What did you do? What were the tactics used to get that 70% sales that was achieved? What were your revenue targets? How did you achieve those revenue targets? So build upon what your achievements are, and make sure to use your keywords in your work experience, and put things in bullet points so that it's clear and visible for the HR to see. Because oftentimes a lot of things that you add into your CV leads to questions from the HR and recruiters, so they go off, or they feed off the energy from your CV. So whatever you put into your CV, you should know at your fingertips, so that you're able to answer quickly and swiftly, and make sure that you're giving no doubts to the recruiter for them to question you back on it. An additional thing that I fail to see from job applicants right now is they're really not active on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional tool, and it's a tool that you can use to network and obviously start posting about your updates of your career, what you've studied, what you've been doing, what you've been up to, what are your interests. So take those topics, write about it, build some posts, whatever it be, whether it be text posts, image posts, whatever works for you, or video posts, whatever works for you. Start posting content, and also engage with people. If you're not comfortable in posting your content and creating content, or you don't know what to do, start Googling and start trying to find ways to do that. If you can't do that, the best next step for you to do is start commenting on people's posts that are relevant to you, what you actually resonate with. Make sure you put out your point of view, and engage with people. Really spend 30 to 45 minutes every day to make sure that you can engage with people, connect with people, and actually build a sense of community amongst the people that you're speaking to. Enter into groups on LinkedIn, engage in those groups if you really don't want to create those content. So if you want to create content, share, and obviously it's going to take you to the next steps of engaging with other people and connecting with more people. All right, another thing that is really important for you to understand is, please do not use AI, and please do not use ChatGPT and all these other AI tools for CV to create those templates, because when it comes to the applicant tracking system, all these designs and all these beautiful design CVs are going to go into the applicant tracking system. A lot of the fonts that are used to make it look good become symbols and so on. So what happens is the applicant tracking system only takes out text, and it doesn't convert to text. So use simple fonts like Calibri or Arial, and then use Word or Google Docs to actually nail down your CV and write down whatever you need to, and then convert to PDF before sending in the application. So use a PDF converter, or you can actually do it through Word itself, and then convert it and then send it across as a PDF format and not as a Word format, so that all your formatting stays in line and intact. Look into your margins, make sure your margins are at 0.5, and then probably your text size is all at 10, and do not use more than 3 colors. I would say heading one color, and then your text obviously black, and then if you want to have your name and profile and all those details in another color, obviously you can. I'm not going to discourage anyone to use AI to enhance whatever they've written, but I would suggest you not to completely believe and completely get help from AI to actually write down everything about your CV and everything. Just don't copy paste it. Bring out your authentic self, because even if you're a clown, it doesn't really matter. Bring out your authentic self on a cover letter, into your CV. If you are into sports, write about it. If you know what you've learned, it doesn't have to be a paragraph and an essay, but a liner or two will not kill you. So bring out your interest, bring out who you are as a person as well on the CV. More than ever, it's really important in these days where AI is taking over and so on. It's really important for us to show ourselves and showcase us and showcase who you are to the recruiter, because that really matters. That genuine perception of someone really creates an impact. When I look at interviews that I'm taking for my business, or for other consulting companies that I work for, I make sure to kind of understand who are they, what are they doing, how are they working. So these are genuine questions that we have. So you really need to nail that down, and the only way you can nail that down is if you write what you write, and instead of just going on ChatGPT and giving some prompts. Obviously there are ways to get prompts out to be quirky and so on, but it's not going to nail who you are. So focus in on really twisting things and making sure everything is clear for you. And if you read whatever is there on your CV and your cover letter, make sure to really see yourself there. On top of your CV, make sure to have a 4 to 5 line of a bold, clear statement of what you've done, how you're achieving things, and how you want to grow, and what you want to be in the next 4, 5, 10 years, and then also what are your goals as to that particular job role that you're choosing to apply for. And throughout your CV, harness the power of action-oriented verbs. For instance, instead of stating verbs like responsible for a project, use words like spearheaded, oversaw. Use action-oriented verbs which are going to show your action in that particular role, as well as clearly communicating to the recruiter what you actually did with those roles, and be very specific to numbers if you have numbers. If you're in sales or marketing, if you're in any project-oriented role, then make sure to really nail down how much time your project was, what you did, how you achieved it, and nail down those points in bullet points within those particular work experience. And finally, I want to end off with this by saying, make sure to update your CV every now and then. As you get a promotion, as you change things in your job, make sure to keep updating your CV as you go, because I feel like a lot of times what happens is we get carried away by our job, and we don't do all these things to kind of keep ourselves updated. What ends up happening is, ultimately, when we do go into writing our CV, we're so cramped up, we don't remember every little thing that we've done. So take notes or write some things down, and so you can actually add it to your CV, and then go later on, and when you do have time, make sure to add it in a nice manner, and clarify and put things into your CV that's in a compact manner. And by doing this, what you'll end up doing is making it so much easier when you do go ahead and apply for jobs. So if you do want any help in creating your CV, your LinkedIn profile, and your cover letter, I have packages that I can offer, and I can help you out with it. Do reach out to me, comment below, or reach out to me on LinkedIn or any social media channel, and then let's get in touch. I'll help you to really nail down your CV and to to make sure that you can get into that dream job of yours. Take care, guys. Cheers.